If you understand three things, then I absolutely promise you, no matter who you are, that you can dunk. And the truth is, anybody can dunk. And right off the bat, I know some of y'all are not going to believe that, and that's okay, because I'm going to explain to you three core principles that you need to know, and you'll be able to dunk. It's not a question of can you dunk if you know these things. If you will accept these things and try them out, these three core principles, then I promise you, you will be able to dunk too, bro. It doesn't matter who you are. So core principle number one is jump technique. As you can see, these are some of the best pro dunkers in the world. And what's one thing they all have in common? They all have a very thought out, coordinated, and planned jump technique. They're not doing this stuff on the fly. They've worked on this, they've practiced this, they know what their jump technique is like. They know what it feels like with their eyes closed, with a blindfold on. They could do the exact same stuff. And that's because jump technique is the absolute number one easiest way to jump higher. I will stress this in every video I post on dunking for the rest of my life because there's nothing more important than jump technique, bro. So let me explain. Okay, we'll go for him first. That was a left-right jump. He went left foot, then right foot. That's a left-right jumper. So there's four jump techniques. He's 1 foot. So that's the 1 foot jump technique. You could jump off your left foot or your right foot. Or you could jump left-right off 2 feet or right-left off 2 feet like he just did. So those are the four, right? I'll say them one more time. Right left and left right off 2 feet. Left foot and right foot off 1 foot. So you're gonna jump most naturally off one of those four jump techniques. And here's the thing, bro, it's not only the most natural, but it's gonna be the most comfortable, and you're gonna actually jump the highest off the ground using your dominant jump technique. So whenever you find your dominant jump technique, because if some of you may not know it yet, you gotta go outside, practice. You gotta jump on low rims, practice dunking on low rims, practice trying to dunk on 10 feet. Figure out the way that you jump the absolute highest and then double down on that. But you can't completely ignore the other ones. You have to use them. For example, like when you're warming up, you can trick yourself to jump higher by not using your dominant plant until you're fully warm and then going to your dominant plant. Or you can do full-on workouts where you only use opposite plants so that the next time you go back after that next workout, you'll go back to your dominant plant and it will feel easier. It's like doing a whole basketball workout with your left hand. You're just going to make your left hand way better because you're using it so much. So don't completely ignore the other jump techniques, but when you find your dominant plant, if you really want to dunk, if you really want to jump your highest, then you need to double down on that and become a professional at that one specific way of jumping, and that's your best chance, bro. Because I'm not great at jumping any way except my dominant plant, which is a left-right jump off 2 feet. So once again, figure out what works for you, and then once you figure out your dominant plant, these are obviously the pros. So what you do is, you can see how easily they can jump, bro. So you watch the way that they do things. That's how you're going to perfect your jump technique. You record yourself, and you can notice things that pros do to do this type of stuff, and you can notice things that you're either doing or not doing that you need to be doing or not doing. And I promise you, that's so crazy. I promise you, I was at this event, by the way, so I saw all this in person, and I can dunk, bro. Like, compared to most people, I look like I'm pretty athletic. But these dudes are legit. This is a 10-foot rim. Like, none of this is BS, bro. They're really just that athletic. But it all started with their jump technique. So once again, double down on that. Record yourself. Look at the way they jump. Try to make the way you jump just like the way the pros jump. Because obviously, if you jump like a pro, then you're a pro dunker, essentially. So you might as well become that. Even if you're not a dunker, if you're a basketball player, you still could at least, you want to be the best in everything you can be, bro. Be the best dunker, have the best jump technique, be the best shooter, be the best everywhere. So this is, for any basketball player, it doesn't matter who you are, you need to do this as well. I don't care if you call yourself a dunker or a basketball player, you need this skill. And that leads me very nicely to core principle number 2, which is equally as important. These are all very important principles, and if you know these three, you'll be able to do any dunk you want, provided you put enough time in. So this is jump training. You have jump technique, number 1. Jump training is number 2. And this is so simple. The best part about this, bro, is it's actually simple. There's only 2 types of jump training. Plyometrics, which is this, by the way, simply jumping as hard as you can. Dunking, that's plyometrics. Because plyometrics is trying to get very explosive, jumping very quickly, working on your fast twitch muscles. That's what this does. So this is a form of plyometric. So that's one of the workouts you can do is max jumping, dunking on low rims. That's a great plyometric exercise, and you're going to get a lot of gains off that. You can also do box jumps or depth jumps where you step off a box, land, and jump as high as you can right when you land. And the goal with these is to be as quick and explosive as possible. So if you do 5 reps, but you explode as hard as you can, you're going to get more results than if you did 50 reps, but you weren't even really trying. Just like if you went out there and you jumped as hard as you can 20 times, it's going to be better than jumping 50% 50 times. You have to push yourself to the max. So plyometrics is a great way to do that if you're a younger athlete. But even if you're not a younger athlete, you should still be using plyometrics, and especially still be actually practicing the actual thing of jumping. But as you get older, if you start to notice that plyometrics and just jumping isn't getting you the gains, you might just need to actually get stronger. And that's the second type of jump training, which is core principle number 2. The second type of jump training, the only other type you need is strength training. At some point, you're probably going to need to pick up the weights, at least if you want to continue to progress and take care of your body for a long time to come, which you do. I mean, you only get one pair of knees and all that. So make sure you take care of your body, bro. Don't go too heavy on the weights. I want you to be a professional at the movement before you add heavy weight. Watch out for knee pain, monitor yourself, push yourself, lift heavy weights, but don't do that until you work on your technique, you have the movements down, and you start to get stronger and stronger. Take time with this. Be calculated with this. Don't take risks. It's better to be continually working out and not injured than push yourself a little too hard and injure yourself. So find that sweet spot. Gosh dang. And bro, I'm telling y'all, the only other thing you need to know to dunk is your jump mindset. Your jump mindset is about 50% of this. So it's core principle number 3. So it's 1/3 of the core principles, but it's over 50% of actual dunking. Mental is everything, bro. You have to be willing to miss a ton. You have to be willing to try things. You have to understand that they're going to laugh at you sometimes when you miss, but nobody's laughing when you make it. Oh, shoot. But you can't ever even make it without being laughed at and missing first. That's just the nature of things. So basically, bro, if you have the right jump technique, and you can easily have that, if you have the right jump training, and anyone can do that, and if you have the right jump mindset, which anyone can have, if you just put a little bit of time and effort into just being okay to fail and just trying things and going out there and getting better, then you can dunk, bro. You're going to have 1, 2, 3 core principles to do whatever dunk you want. It's possible for you. These are all just people who are consistent and disciplined and put the work in, and they're no different than you or I. We can be just like any of them. All these kids could be like them. And as soon as you start believing that and using these 3 core principles, you're going to start dunking. But one more thing, bro. I made the most fun workout in the world. So it's another bonus on top of the 3 core principles is to make what you do fun. If it's fun, you're going to do it a lot. And if you do it a lot, you're going to be really good at it. So go check out my most fun workout ever created. No one's ever seen this workout before. I just released it this week. So people are just starting to use it now. So go be one of the first people to use it right below. The most fun workout ever. If you have a low rim, it's going to be perfect for you. And I will see y'all tomorrow, bro.